Subtracting numbers with regrouping.
Welcome to our new discussion. I am teacher Shela and I will be your math teacher for today. So before we start our lesson for today, I would like to ask everyone to rise. I have this video. All you have to do is follow the music and the dance. Okay? Alright, let's start. So do you guys now feel energized? Okay. But before that, I have a problem. I want to help Sophia fix her problem. But what is Sophia's problem anyway? So here's what Sophia's problem is. Sophia was tasked to buy a soy sauce in the store near the village. Her mother gave her 100 pesos. The soy sauce cost 65 pesos. When she already paying the soy sauce, the cashier changed her 30 pesos. When she returned home, her mother told her that the change is wrong. What do you think is the right change for the soy sauce? Do you know what the answer is? Okay. We will see if your answers are correct at the end of our discussion for the day. But do you have any idea of what will be our topic for today? All right. So, we're going to tackle subtracting numbers with regrouping. So for that, what do you mean by subtraction? Anyone already familiar with subtraction? Or who knows what's the definition of subtraction? Okay, so subtraction is the operation of taking the difference of two numbers. So meaning, subtraction in mathematics means you are taking away something from a group of number or number of things. So when you subtract, what is left in the group becomes less. So I have here the three parts of the subtraction. The minuend, which is the x, the subtrahend, the y, and of course the letter C, which is the difference. So therefore, the difference is the answer when you subtract subtrahend from the minuend. Always remember that the minuend is always comes first. It cannot be substitute to subtrahend. It cannot be subtrahend minus the minuend. It should always be minuend minus the subtrahend to find the difference. Do you all guys get what I mean? Okay, so let's try it with real numbers. So I have here 234 minus 112 is equals to blank. So can you identify which number or which value here stands for the minuend? Alright,
So the 234
is what we call the minuend. It is always comes first before the operational sign. So next, where is the subtrahend? Anyone? Good. 112 is what we call the subtrahend, or where we are going to take away the numbers from the minuend. So now next, let's find where is the difference. Good. The difference is still blank because we're going to find the difference between 234 and 112. But before that, what operational sign should we use? It is the operational sign minus or subtraction. Now, what do you mean by regrouping in subtracting? Or why should we regroup when we are doing subtraction or subtracting? Because regrouping this problem may become easier for us to solve the given problem to us. So let's say or let's give another example. When we say regrouping, it is arranging the problems from horizontal to vertical line, which is aligning each same values of numbers. So for example here, 234 minus 112 is equals to blank. So as you can see, each values is aligned to each other. The tens, the ones, the tens, and the hundreds. So just always remember that who always comes first, which is called the minuend, should always be placed on the top, while the second numbers, or what we call subtrahend, will be placed below the minuend. Do you guys understand? Good. So now next, let's start answering this question. So let's say 4 minus 2 is equals to blank. Of course, when subtracting, always starts from the ones value or the left side. So the ones values are 4 and 2. So therefore, 4 minus 2 is equals to what? So let's say I have here 4 Nemos or 4 fish. But we have to take away 2 fish from 4 fish. What should be the answer? 4 minus 2 is equals to 2. So therefore, we only have 2 fish left. Very good. So now, next, we proceed to what next value? The tens value. So in tens value, we have 3 and we have 1. So it says that there are 3 hearts, but we have to take away 1 heart from the 3 hearts. So what will be the answer? Yes, 2 hearts. So therefore, in tens value, the 3 minus 1 is equals to 2. Very good. Now let's proceed to what value? The hundreds value. So in hundreds value, we have 2 and 1. So if I have 2 cupcakes and I have to take away 1 cupcake, how many cupcake is left? 1 cupcake. So therefore, 2 minus 1 is equals to 1. Very good. So therefore, what is the answer from subtracting 234 from 112? The answer is 122. I will give you another example for you to be able to understand it more deeply. So I have here 519 minus 192 is equals to blank. Again, what should we do first when subtracting numbers in regrouping? We should rearrange the position from horizontal to vertical position. So therefore, we have 519 at the top minus 192 at the bottom of the minuend. So we have the ones value 9, 9 minus 2. So if I have 9 flowers, but I have to take away 2 flowers from the 9 flowers, how many flowers are left? I only have 7 flowers. So therefore, 9 minus 2, we only have 7 flowers. Very good. So next, move on from the tens value. As you can see, we have here 1 minus 9. So therefore, we should borrow from the neighbor of 1, which is the, on the left side, number 5. So therefore, we should cancel the number 5 because 1 will be borrow 1 from it. So therefore, 5 will become 4. So we will put 4 on the top left side of number 5 and put 1 on the top left side of the tens value 1. So if I have here 11 teddy bears and we have to take away 9 teddy bears from it, how many teddy bears are left? We have 2 teddy bears left. Very good. So next is the hundreds value, which is the 4 that came from 5 and 1. So 4 minus 1 is equals to blank. So if we have here 4 rabbits, but I have to take away 1 rabbit, how many rabbits are left? We have 1, 2, and 3. So therefore, 4 minus 1 is 3. So the answer from the given problem, 519 minus 192, is 327. So do you guys now understand? Or do you guys still follow? Now that I think that all of you already understand what we have tackled for today, we will back the problem of Sophia on what we have answered earlier. So, Sophia asks or asks us what is the right change of her when she buys soy sauce on the store. So the given is 100 pesos minus 65 pesos, which is the cost of the soy sauce, is equals to blank. So first, let's rearrange it or regroup the problem there. So let's start answering the problem. Of course, like I said, align each values with the same value. So therefore, the 65 or the 5 at the latter part will be placed on the same line with 0 whose values is also 1s. So now let's start answering. So 0 minus 5 is cannot be because 5 is higher than 0. So what should we do? We will borrow from the neighbors on the left side. But the neighbor is also 0. What should we do again? Of course, we will borrow from the next neighbor, which is the 1. So therefore, the hundredths value, which is 0, will become 9. And the hundredths value, which is 1, will become 0 because we borrow from it when we borrow from it. So therefore, the 1's value, which is the 0, will become 10. So now, 1's value is 10 minus 5 or 5. Can you already subtract the 2? Yes, because 10 is greater than 5. So, 10 minus 5, how many are left? Or how much are left? 5. Good. Now, next, the tens value. 9 minus 6. How many or how much are left? 3. So therefore, 9 minus 6 is 3. And of course, 1 became 0. Therefore, you can bring it down, but you can also not do because that's already automatic. So, 100 minus 65 is equals to 35 pesos. So, therefore, the change Sophia should get is 35 pesos rather than 30 pesos. So, did any one of you get the right or the correct answer earlier? I think some of you get the correct answer. So now, I want to ask you to bring out your mathematics notebook and please answer these following questions or problems. So I have here 5 problems. Can you please read? We'll start number 1 and number 2. Thank you. How about number 3 and 4? Miss Lorelei? Thank you. And last, number 5, 485 minus 273 is equals to blank. So, I will only give you 10 minutes to answer these 5 problems. And your time starts now. Okay, time's up. Now, I will read the answers for each problems. And I want you to check your own answers. But let me remind you that honesty is the best policy. So as much as possible, I want you to be honest to yourselves. Not for me, but to yourselves, to check your answers with honesty. So number 1, 574 minus 431 is equals to 143. Number 2, 390 minus 175 is equals to 215. So number 3, 479 minus 370 is equals to 109. Next, 4, 818 minus 571 is equals to 247. 485 minus 273 is equals to 212. Okay, who got all the correct answers? So therefore, this is the end of our discussion in subtracting numbers with regrouping. So I hope you understood and will not forget what we have tackled for today. That's all for today. Goodbye, class. See you!